Good morning, everybody, or maybe I should say good night or good afternoon, or depending on when you're watching this. But hi, my name is Ian. I run a YouTube channel called Ian Reads, but I've also lived in Washington for a little while, so you can see Lazy F Camp, my little sign back here. I am a friend of, no, I am a family member of Miss B, and I have recorded you, very specifically, a video for today. You'll hear my funny accent, and I am from England. That's why there's a funny accent. But I am living in Dublin, Ireland at the moment, and that is about 4,000 million trillion gazillion miles away. And yes, because I have this accent, I do actually know the Queen, and David Beckham and Prince Harry. So if you need to get in touch with any of them, you just let me know. But anyway, the book I'm going to read for you today is called Messy Malcolm. And Messy Malcolm is about a boy who is really messy, but it kind of works out for him in the end. I hope you enjoy the book. Messy Malcolm by Helen Poole. In a tidy village called Little Tilton lived a messy boy named Malcolm Milton. With his hair unbrushed and his collar askew, he was the messiest child that anyone knew. Mealtimes brought chaos with flying peas, spilled gravy boats and squashed baked beans. With splashes of food on his clothes and face, Malcolm's manners were an utter disgrace. His bed was piled high with trousers and jackets, t-shirts and socks, even empty crisp packets. His mother would throw up her arms in distress, but Malcolm just grinned. He loved all the mess. One day in school there was a big surprise. The head teacher announced a special prize. For the winner of a challenging obstacle race was a medal engraved with a warrior's face. An award given to the bravest one. It belonged to a man called Fearless John, who lived in the village a long time ago, but it was time to find a new hero. Malcolm went wild on the obstacle course, zooming around it with powerful force. He slid down gunge, he rolled in soil, he hopped through tires splattered with oil. He crawled on the logs, threw dirt on the ground, getting leaves in his hair which he later found. He speedily splashed through a muddy pool, finishing faster than anyone else in school. So the bravest one in Little Tilton was a very surprised Malcolm Milton. He thought, me? The bravest? Is it really so? I just wanted to get messy from head to toe. Now Malcolm, said the head, treat this medal with care. It's a precious antique that cannot be repaired. With pride he replied, there is no need to fret. I will take good care of it. I will not forget. But this was a promise Malcolm just couldn't keep. He stopped even trying after only a week. He wasn't concerned when it splashed in his soup, and giggled when it fell into his dog's Pat's poop. He thought it looked cool when dripping with slime, and laughed when his sister rolled it in grime. Too lazy at night to hang it up by his bed, he carelessly flung it on the floor instead. One day his mum had some exciting news. In the village were reporters and camera crews who'd come to speak to the bravest one and to see the medal of Fearless John. Malcolm rushed to his room to collect his prize, but he was in for a very nasty surprise. The medal was gone. It was nowhere in sight. It wasn't where he thought he'd flung it last night. It wasn't found dumped on the pile in his bed, nor was it nestling underneath scruffy Ted. It wasn't lying hidden inside undies or socks, or buried at the bottom of his cluttered toy box. He checked under rugs, behind cupboard doors, looked under plant pots and rifled through drawers. All over the house a panicked Malcolm raced, but the prize medal just could not be traced. "Oh no," thought Malcolm, "what have I done? I've lost the medal of Fearless John." He rushed to the village as fast as he could, and there on the green an excited crowd stood. He felt really scared, didn't know what to say. He wanted to turn round and run far away. But instead he said, "Hello everyone. I'm sorry to say, the medal has gone. I didn't look after it like I promised I would. I'm so very sorry for not being good. I wish now that I was tidy and neat." And he hung his head low and stared at his feet. But suddenly he heard a familiar sound, a loud woof woof coming out from the crowd. Bounding towards him was his pet dog Pat, and between her teeth the lost medal sat. "Hooray, it's been found!" the head teacher cried. Fearless John would be bursting with pride. It took courage to say the medal was gone. "Malcolm, you are the bravest one." Malcolm was happy. Now he really was brave. But he knew from now on he must change his ways. He promised his mum he'd be tidy and clean. A promise that this time he really did mean. That night as he lay in his clean tidy bed, he placed the medal right next to his head. He spotted it glowing, and with surprise he blinked. If he wasn't mistaken, Fearless John had just winked. The end.